Kanshi, hello, bonjour. My name is Yvonne Patra-Pratt, and I am a proud member of the Métis Nation of Alberta, newly renamed the Otipemisiwak Métis Government. I am a scholar at the University of Calgary, working as a professor at the Workland School of Education. And I am proud to be part of a beautiful collection of stories centered on art, collected and co-edited by our lovely colleagues, Jennifer and Darlene. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity of sharing my love and passion for the arts with your readers and the folks who are present in today's session. My chapter focuses on the power of arts as a powerful entry point into difficult conversations. Much of my scholarship nowadays focuses on reconciliatory education or reconciliation through education. And I have found that the arts is a particularly powerful way to enter into what can be a deeply and emotionally fraught conversations within the classrooms. The arts are an incredibly, I think, provocative way to open up discussions that people may not feel that comfortable with. The image in front of you is of my dear friend and mentor, Miss Elizabeth Lotondra of the Edmonton area. And she is seen here contemplating a piece of art in downtown Calgary and really being reflective on what the piece is saying about our past, our present, and certainly our future. Arts, to me, represent just an incredibly powerful way for students to engage in transformative learning and the ways in which they can start to imagine renewed relations between Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples has become evident to me throughout my different approaches to arts integration within the classroom spaces I have the privilege of occupying. I have long held up the arts as a powerful entry point into a renewed world of imagined, bettered relations between peoples. And I have built my ideas upon those who have long argued for the arts. One of those scholars and one of the most powerful works that we tend to bypass from the Royal Commission on Aboriginal Peoples from 1996 was saying much what I am sharing with you today. So I will read a brief quote from the 1996 RCAP. Having said that Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal people tend to see the world differently, and that differing constructions of language and modes of communication make it difficult to bridge the divide, they ask, is intercultural communication even possible? While politicians and policymakers representative of both Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal worldviews have seldom been successful in coming to one mind, artists have had considerably more success in representing Aboriginal experience in ways that tickle the imagination of non-Aboriginal people and evoke in them awareness of the otherness and the sameness of Aboriginal reality. That to me is a particularly beautiful way of setting up how the arts can, in their words, tickle the imagination. And for me in 2024, it's more of a provocation for folks to open up to the truths of Canada's colonial past and start to use the arts as a way to engage in conversations with those who they might not have engaged with in previous years or even days. And so the arts I use regularly in my classroom. In fact, I use them on an almost daily basis. And I have done activities as silly as bringing in puppets. I use paper cutout figures and have students choose a figure from, actually it's a historical character from Alberta's past. And this is prior to provincial formation. I draw on historical archive documents, and I have students take up one of the historical figures from Alberta's past, and then we draw on historical accounts to create an improv encounter between the colonizers and the Métis people of Alberta. And I can tell you that through the years, my students have found this to be an especially engaging activity, one that they remember for years to come. So in sharing one of my activities with you, I hope that you will take up the book and the chapters. Each of my co-authors has a beautiful story to share with you around the power of the arts. And I wish you much learning and much success if you are presenting at Congress this year. It's lovely to spend a wee bit of time with you, and I hope you enjoy beautiful Montreal.